we could talk about the YG track first, man. Let's
All
let's
right.
get the dark tones out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Dark
You know what I
slash
mean?
light.
You
Let's
know
go
what I
ahead and talk about
mean?
YG's latest track, 2004. And he opens the first line. I mean, the first line opens with, "When I was young, I got R-worded." Literally no beat, no nothing. It just starts off like that. I'm just like, whoa.
That's therapy, B. That's therapy. He
It
had to get it off
is.
his chest.
It is. I hate the fact that the cover for the single is kind of hard, but it's also like, it's nasty too, though. But it's kind of hard though. But yeah, YG recently released a song. It was one of them banging West Coast sounding beats,
Hmm.
produced by DJ Swish, your boy Nois, and someone else is on here, but I can't see. And it features Buddy and the Gang, who I'm not
Hmm.
really, familiar with who the gang is. I obviously know who Buddy is. But yeah, a song detailing, YG, growing up, and he was his first experience was with an older woman, obviously
Hmm.
while he was a kid, under the age of consent, essentially. And how, back then it was cool, but looking back at it, she was doing all these things. As you get older, you kind of realize you're a victim.
Yeah.
So yeah, going over some production like this to me throws me off when it comes to listen to a song like this. But I thought overall, I like this for YG because YG is one of those figures where I was like, I love him on this type of sound that he's doing. I love when he's doing these story like songs where it's
Hmm.
kind of like going over his past, detailing his past, like he did on his debut album, My Crazy Life. So this kind of gets me in that mood of thinking like, and I know I'm going very off right now. It gets me in that mood of thinking, are we going to get another album, but like the inverse of like a Mr. Morale, but for YG and him actually talking about My Crazy Life, but actually going in depth and seeing how that stuff affected him because
Hmm.
this is a lot more introspective for what YG really usually does in general. But yeah, overall, I
Yeah.
like the song, and I'm kind of looking forward to see what YG is going to do next if he does come out with a new project. Even though I
Yeah.
didn't listen to his last one. B, how'd
Yeah.
you feel?
No, I enjoyed it, man. I love Buddy getting his trying to get his little Nate Dogg on, and I love the
Hmm.
production. I love the subject matter because I like when a lot of hip hop artists really get into this the introspective bag and talking about things that actually infected them in their lives, and like you not actually knowing that something you enjoyed actually was something that you know something you enjoyed. It was actually bad at the time you were young. You thinking
Traumatic.
it's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? You thinking that was like something that to be proud of. You telling your friends about it, and they just like, oh man, you got an older woman. It's like knowing guys that was messing with older women or messing with teachers and stuff like that. Like you looking at it, bro, it's like bad. If the roles reversed, we'll be looking at them really disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like him saying that, you could tell that's therapy because he wanted to get it off his chest. He said it in the beginning line when I was young. I was, and I was like, okay, bet we in it. You know what I'm saying? And him just talking about, how he went to school with her niece and what I mean, the stuff that she had him doing, I was like, dang man, that's messed up, bro. Like, um, as a I was a young man as well. I'm still a young man. I ain't that old, but I experienced things with like women, like talking to you about things at a young age. It's like you look back at it like, dang, I don't think you should have been telling me that type of stuff. But I feel like a lot of this stuff it goes both ways. Like you could blame the man and you could blame adult men and women on like how they speak to young boys because we were told we are gonna break some hearts. We were told that, oh, you really handsome or blase blah, all this type of stuff, man. I'm like, I was told some weird stuff be growing up, and you be
Oh,
like,
you unpacking it right now. Go
you say
ahead, keep
what?
cooking. I said you unpacking it right now. Keep
Yeah,
cooking.
but I just believe that YG speaking on this stuff is really important subject because it's like it feel like sometimes we the victims that's not heard. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's just I think it's a bigger conversation we should have about it. Not trying to we know that I'm not even gonna get into that, but I think it was a really dope track, and I really
Mhm.
appreciate YG speaking on his story and telling his story over a really dope beat as well. And what I'm looking forward to now from this project, kind of in the same vein of what you said, like you said, it's like the other side. It's like it's the other things that happen, like oh that crazy story. What's called My Crazy Life,
My crazy life.
My Crazy Life, and now it's just like in a way, it's like it'd be like him growing up now and being older, being a father, this type of stuff, and like what affected him then and now. Not trying to throw expectations on this new album because maybe this is just one track and he just doing YG stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
just to, but I'm just saying I think it was a dope song, and then just something that's therapeutic for him that I'm pretty sure that he just needed to say. You hear that freaking lawnmower in the back?
Yeah, but it's cool.
They
Yeah.
it's good, man. They going ham, B.
Yeah, I hear them. Shoot, it's too late in the day to be doing that. But
Yes, bro.
yeah, going to this, I don't want to be that guy. Well, I think one we really appreciate this type of song coming from a YG
Hmm.
because we don't having a rapper with this type of like persona in
Hmm.
real life, kind of like that gangster like
Hmm.
rap persona that he kind of portrays. Him talking about something, some subject matter like this is very rare. Like I can't even name the last person that's talked like this in hip hop that portrays this type of hard gang life persona that YG has in the past. Um, uh, I. It to me it's a bit of shock value on here, especially when you first hear it and the way that he presents the song and the way he opens it. So I'm wondering like what made him want to actually talk about the subject matter versus the last song that Twitter was talking about last year where he was subliminally dissing Drake or whatever. So I just wonder like, is this the only time we're gonna be talking about YG? Like when he does something shock value like this? I'm hoping his next project is good because when his last project came out, in the midst of that whole, the whole beef happening, people dogged him because he had low album sales. Then after that, he had the song come out subliminally dissing Drake. Like I said, people was talking about him then, also in a negative light. And this, I haven't seen no one talking about him negatively now, but I'm wondering, like, is his momentum from this song going to be sustainable going up to the album? Is mainly what I'm saying, especially with him being an independent artist, him doing his own thing without a label push or anything like that.
I hope so. I hope so because I think this is really something. Like you said, it's something that got a lot of our attention from the subject matter, and that maybe we'll grab a few more ears of like, okay, what he's gonna be unpacking on his album. So I think it's something strong to like start your album release, or I mean like rollout with. I think it's a good song to start it with. It's not something that's gonna be on the radio or nothing, but it's a conversation starter, and I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's very important.
Mhm.
Like I said, YG talking about this, it's that shock value that really brings you in. But I'm hoping he could keep and sustain the momentum going up to his album because this is an artist that we probably discovered, both of us. I know I for sure discovered during the blog era. So to see our era of musicians, aging up, kind of like unpacking some of that stuff that really affected them back then, rather than just actually telling a story. I think that's going to be very interesting whenever the project comes out and to see how he's grown and matured since.
Yeah,
So.
these weed eaters killing me, B. They going ham. I'm trying to mute for you won't have to hear it like that,
Mhm.
but yeah, same man. I'm gonna check out the album. This right here got me like, okay, I'm gonna listen to his album. Be honest
Mhm.
with you, B. I didn't listen
Yeah,
to it. Yeah,
I'll
I
listen
just
to it
want
as
to know.
well.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
All right. But yeah, that's about it for YG's 2004 track. Let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.